Hello there and welcome to the Mobile Academy. And if you want to become a job ready Flutter developer, make sure to check out the courses on my website mobileacademy.io. Here you will find all of the courses related to the Flutter development. You will find the professional course as well as the basic course related to the Flutter. You can also find some of the free courses over here if you want to just go and try it out, or if you are just a beginner on the Flutter and then the React Native, you can also find the free course over here. And if you would like to be a full stack developer, we also have the course related to the full stack developer, related to the Node.js, Express, MongoDB, as well as the Flutter over here. And if you would like to join the Flutter bootcamp, there is also a bootcamp course over here. So make sure to go and check out the course over here. There are free and then the paid course. And if you want to be a job ready Flutter developer, this is the course that you want to take. So see you guys on the next lesson. Till then, have a great day.
Yeah, hello there and welcome back, and let us continue with our lesson over here. And this is the Flutter clean architecture with the Riverpod project over here. We will be building a Flutter application using the clean architecture with the Flutter Riverpod over here. And this is not a beginner course, so if you are a complete beginner, or if you are not familiar with the Flutter as well as the Riverpod over here, then this course is not for you. So this is really not a beginner friendly course, and if you want to learn some basic concept, make sure to go and check out my other courses over here, and you should be good to go with that one. But for this particular course, it is required to have some Flutter development experience, maybe a 6 months, 1 year, or even more than that would be good. And also the Riverpod, or the knowledge of the Riverpod is required. And if you are not sure about how to use the Flutter Riverpod, make sure to go and check out my course on that one. I have a full course regarding the Flutter Riverpod as well. And that's just the thing that you have to know about this. That is the prerequisite for this particular course. So let us get started, and welcome to the Flutter clean architecture course with the Flutter Riverpod. So let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here, and in this particular lesson, let us go and see how we can set up the refresh token over here. And for that, if you go to our API section, so currently we haven't hosted this particular API. Later I will show you how to host it into the hosting account and make use of this particular API. And in that particular case, let's go to the refresh token, and in the refresh token body, we need to send the refresh token, the key, and then the value over here. We need to send this one in the body section, and in the response section we are going to get this particular the JSON object status data, and in the data we have the access token and then the refresh token over here. So what we need to do is we will generate the DTO file over here, the data transfer object file, for this particular response. So just copy this one and go to the app.the-quicktap.io over here and paste your response object over here. And once we have this particular pasted over here, we need to select the dart from the language and make it as a null safety, and also add the enable the encoder and then the decoder in the class as well. And then in the other section, you need to make this one generate the freeze compatibility over here, right? So we need to set this to section, and it will go and generate this particular the data class over here. And what I need to do is I'll just go and create this particular file over here. So let's just go and copy this one, and let's just go back to our project over here. And in the lib folder, I'll just go and create the one more common folder. This is where I will be putting all of the shared code. So here we want to create one more that will be of the DTOs over here. And in this particular DTOs, I'll go and create the new file, and that will be of the not the G. I can remove that. This will be a generated one. Refresh token response.the.dart file. And now I can copy this particular section from here, and I'm going to paste it over here. So now we don't have to write all of this code to generate that particular file. So let's just go and rearrange the intent over here properly. So let's just go and add this one. Let's just arrange it over here. And we have the annotation warning over here. Don't worry about that. Later, once we learn about the lint over here, we are going to fix that one over here. But for now, let's just keep it. This is the Riverpod actually, and the freeze annotation actually giving us the warning over here, but this can be fixed with the lint rules over here. So later we'll see how we can fix that one. Now once we have that, let's just go and run the build runner over here, Flutter pub run build runner build -d to generate this particular files over here. Let's just go and wait for this one to complete, and once it is generated, we will go back to our core, and let's go to the network service interceptor over here, and we need to override one more method over here that is on the on error, right? So override, sorry, add the override over here, and that will be of the void. It will be on the error, so I guess void on error error over here. And here we are going to get the DO exception, and then we are also going to get the error interceptor handler. So we need to make use of this particular handler over here, and also we'll make this one as the asynchronous call over here. And now what we will do over here is for now, let's just go and remove this particular code, and here we need to check this particular condition over here. So let's just go and say the handle on the unauthorized error over here. Once the token is expired, we are going to get this particular error code, which will be of the 401 over here, and we'll check for the error that responds that the status code is of the 401. That means the token or the access token has expired. So what we need to do is we need to refresh that particular token. In order to refresh it, we need to send a API call, if you can remember over here, to this particular endpoint with this particular body. So let's just go and grab our first refresh token over here, final, and I'll just go and call this one as the token, which will be of equals to the, I need to extract that refresh token from our secure storage. Currently we haven't stored, but later once we log in, once our login is successful, we are going to store that refresh token to our secure storage. But for now, let's just go and try to access that particular storage and then the refresh token over here. And once we have this option, let's just go and make use of the try catch block over here. We may get some errors, so it's good to catch that particular error. Final, I'll just go and call this one as the response, and I need to grab the DO over here. Currently we don't have an option to DO, so I'll just go and get it as a dependency over here. That will be of the DO, and it's going to be of the underscore the DO over here, and let's just go and grab it over here as well. So this dot the DO that we have. And now once we have this particular DO, we can actually go and make our API call. So underscore the DO, and we need to send a post request for this one. If you go to the here, so we need to send a post request to this particular the endpoint. So let's just go and provide that particular endpoint over do.the post, and also we require the type over here. Type will be of the map, and then the string, and then the dynamic over here. And path, I need to provide this particular path over here. So let's just go and add the path itself over here, and then the path, and after that I need to send the post option, that will be of the data and object. And in the object we need to send the refresh token. If you can see, we need to send this one. So let's just grab this one from here, provide the refresh token with the token that we have over here, and let's just go and close it over here. For now, let's just keep it, and later we'll extract, see how we can extract and make it much more cleaner over here. But for now, let's try to do it over here. And after that, once we send the response, we are going to get, once we send the request, we are going to get the response back from the server. So final, and I'll just go and say the JSON and call this one as a response dot the data. We need to extract that particular data from this particular response. So response has the data, so we will extract that particular data over here. Final, let's call this one as result result, which will be of the, I need a refresh token. I guess we have the refresh ref refresh token, the response that we have, right? So we have the refresh token response from the JSON, and we need to provide that particular JSON. It can be of the null, so if it is of the null, we are just going to provide the empty object over here as well. And once we have this, let's just go and check for the condition. So I can extract the statu status code over here, which will be of the response. I guess we have the response dot the status code, so we should get that particular status code over here. And if the we will check for the status code. If the status code, let me just close it over here. Let's not autocomplete with the AI, but later let's just try to understand. If the status code that we have, if we go to the response over here, if the status code is of the 200, that means it was success. And once we get that one, the status of 200, which means it was successful. So we need to access the final access token, right? So access the token token, which will be from the, we need to access from the result that we have dot the data result. I guess we have this one, result refresh token dot the I guess we have the data, so it should have the data over here dot the access token. So it's unable to grab that one, so let's just go and take a look. Okay, so we have this, why it is still giving okay, so I guess that's the catching error over here. And now we should have the refresh token, and this is the data that we actually need to extract. So data, and then in the data we should have the access token and then the refresh token. So let's see what went wrong over here. So we should be able to actually grab that one. It may be a catch issue or something. It's not actually giving us that one. So let's just go and take a look over here. So we still have some errors. I guess that is because of the okay, so we have some error actually. So let's just go, let me try to close and reopen. I guess the catch issue will be gone. Okay, now it's fine. So it was able to get that one. Sorry for that one. It's just some catching issue over here. And next I need to also access the refresh token. So ref refresh token over here. That will be of the refresh token from here. So we have the access token and then the refresh token over here. And once we have these two, what we can do is we can actually go and store both of these in the secure storage. We'll go and write these two conditions. One is to write the access token and then the refresh token, both to our secure storage. And we'll just keep it for now. Later we'll extract it to somewhere separate function. Next we will try to grab the final and then the options over here, options options, and that will be from the error object that we have. So error that we have over here, error object, error dot the request request option. So this is going to give us the request option over here. And now we are going to update the request header over here. So options dot the header and then the authorization, and then we are going to set up the new access token that we have extract over here to our header. So let's just go and update the request headers with the, let's just add the with the new access token. And similarly after that, what we have, we can just go and return from here, right? So we need to return from here, return, and then the handler that we have. So this is the error interceptor handler that we have, handler dot resolve over here. And in this particular result, what we need to do is we need to actually go and fetch, make use of the do.fetch and pass in that particular option. So here I'll just add some comment, repeat the request. We want to repeat the request with the updated header or with the new access token. So fetch over here the, okay, so let's just eventual method to submit a request. All caller for request should eventually go through this particular method. Basically we want to resend that particular once there is an error over here 404 401, we want to refresh that particular token, grab the new access token, and again resend the previous request back to the server with the new access token. That is what we are actually trying to do over here, nothing so special. Once there is an error, we will go and send the request to grab the refresh token, and once we get the refresh token, the refresh token is success, we will extract the access token and refresh token. Again, we will save it to the local storage, or this I'll just go and comment this one over here. Save new access and token and refresh token to the secure storage over here, and then we will update the request header with the new access token, and then resend that particular request back to the server. Right, so that is what we are trying to do over here. And if there is some error over here, so let's just go and catch the on, we are having a do exception over here because we are sending the do request, so we may get the exception over here. So let's just go and cast the e over here exception, and if we will check for the condition, like if the token or if the refresh token that we send over here is already expired, we want to check that particular condition as well over here. And in that case, if the refresh token is already expired, what we want to do is we want to delete everything. So if this particular refresh token is expired, right, so let's just go and check for if the request token is expired, which basically means we will be getting 498 as the status code. If the status code is of the 498, this means that the refresh token has expired. So what we need to do is we need to clear our secure storage. So we want to delete the access token as well as the refresh token from our secure storage. And then what I will do is I'll just try to update the error over here, error object dot the response. I guess we should have the response over here, and response dot the status code, and I'll just go and say this one is at the 498 over here. So I just want to go and say that the status, I'll update the status code as the 498, and it may be useful in the UI for later stage for us. And now I'll just go and set that one, and I'll just go and return the handler dot not the reject. I'll just go and set the next. Let's just move on to the next over here and pass in the error. So let's just move on to the next and pass in that particular error over here. And if you are not sure what I'm actually doing over here, make sure to go and read the documentation about the do. So in the documentation you will understand much more clearly, instead of if you can't understand over here, make sure to read the document. That is the proper way of understanding. In the video I cannot explain each and every concept over here. So let's just go and if that is not the case, at the end I'll just go and return from here, and I'll just go and say handler dot the next and pass in the error. I'll just go and update this and just continue with the error. So we may handle it in the different layer over here. And I'll just go and set this one. This is to update the set the error status code, right? So and then we need to clear this one as the remove the access token and refresh token from the secure storage over here. So that should be the one that we currently have over here. And here, instead of handling this one, I'll also go and continue with the error, same as this one over here, return the handler dot the next over here as well. Sorry for this one, it should be of the return with the handler dot the error. So just continue with the error over here, and we will handle it in the different layer on the later stage over here. And now we have some error. Let's just try to fix this one. So I need to provide the DO over here, and for DO, what I will do over here is, if I will take that one as the argument over here, or the parameter over here, and that will be of the, let's just make use of the family family provider over here, provider family over here. And this will be secure storage and not the secure storage. This will be of this one as well. Let's just go and provide it the family over here, and then the family we need to provide the two options. So this, the first one will be of the provider type itself over here, and the next will be of the DO over here, and we are going to get that one. This will be of the type is of the DO, and I'll just go and call this one as a DO over here, and I'll just copy this two section from here and paste it over here, and the next will be of the DO over here. So I'll just go and set that one. I'll just go and remove it from here. So that should be good enough. So now we have the provider family over here, and now I can pass in the argument over here. So network service is now the family provider. So let's just go back to our network service over here, and now here in the constructor I need to provide the DO itself, and now we got that one, network interceptor over here. That should be good enough. And now we have successfully implemented our let's go over here, the interceptor, where we will be refreshing our access, refreshing the access token over here. All right, and it's quite complicated. Make sure to watch this particular video a few times to understand properly, and also read the documentation about the DO and how we can refresh that particular token over here. And the few things that we need to can do better over here is to extract this particular API call, and also extract the writing of this the access and refresh token to a separate function, and also of this one over here. And for that, what I will do is I'll just go and go below over here, and void, I'll just go and call this one as the let's say clear the access token over here, or you can just call the clear the auth over here. And I'll just go and delete, I'll just go and call this to functionality. Let's just go and grab this one and paste it below over here, and this will be of the async 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 over here. Okay, so that's async over here, and this will be of the future over here, future of the void. And what I can do is I can remove this one, so just one line less of code, and this will be of the underscore the clear the access token. That should be good enough. All right, and then what we have one more, I can just go and extract this one as well to write to the secure storage, or you can give a different name for this one. So let's just go and set the let's go down over here, future, and this is of the type is of the void as well. And let's set the set, or I'll just make it as a private, set the access token, or the store, or maybe you can call this one as store the access token, and we don't need to provide this one, so we don't have to pass that one. And let's just go and close it over here, and we'll just go and paste that to over here, and let's just go and arrange this one over here. Okay, so we need to provide the access token and then the refresh token over here. So this will be of the string, and then the access token, and then the refresh token. and let's just go and make use of this one to somewhere where we have used. So I'll just go and make use it over here and provide the access token and then the refresh token over here. And let's just go and remove this one from here. Just a little bit of the abstraction over here to a separate method. I guess that will be much more cleaner over here. And I guess you can also extract this one. So this is going to return us this one. So let's just go and copy this one from here. And let's go down below over here. And this is going to of the return type is of the map, and then the string, and then the dynamic. So I'll just going to say the underscore the ref refresh the token over here. And let's just go and paste this one over here, and I'm going to return this one from here. So let's just go and return this, and this one should be of the asynchronous call, and this one should be also of the future call over here. So let's just go and close this one as well. And okay, so we have some error over here, do. So we need to provide the do over here as well. So do, and then the token over here, and a response type can't be written from here. So await, I guess we have some. Okay, so let's just go and okay, so I need to close it somewhere here, I guess. Okay, it's not the one. I need to close this one. Okay, so I need to fix this particular error over here. Let's try to fix this. And I guess that's because it's return type is of the response. So we need to add one more response response over here. Let's just close this one over here and refresh the token over here that we have. So let's just go on to the top, and here I'll just go and remove this one, and I'll just go and call the refresh token, and I need to provide the underscore do as well as the token over here. So the token is of the nullable type. So let's just go down over here, and we need to make this one also as the nullable type over here. So that should be good enough, I guess. And let's try to arrange it properly. So that should be good enough. So we got that one, and now we have extracted it, and it should work. And later, we haven't tested out this one, but later once we actually go and run this particular code in the application, we may see some error, but let's try to see. And I will give you as a homework for you to extract this particular code over here, or let's see how we can extract it over here. So let's go to our common, and in the common I'll just go and add the new folder over here, and that's call this one as the status over here, or I'll just call this one as the http underscore the status over here. And here we'll just go and create the new file that will be of the status status code over here dot the dot file over here. And here let's just go and add the const of the int, and this will be of the success, which will be of the 200 created of, and let's autocomplete over here. So we have the created over here and accepted, no content. Later we'll come and see if that is, this is the unauthorized, forbidden, not found. And I guess we have some more over here, 498 over here. This should be of the refresh token expired over here. So let's just go and add the const of the int, and then the refresh token expired expired, which will be of the 498 as well over here. And I guess that should be fine for now. We require this one, right? So let's just go and replace replace. Okay, so let's just go and replace this one with the refresh token expired over here. So that is refresh token expired, right? And now once we have this is of the success, so we'll just go and extract that one as well. And this one each of the, if you go over here, 401 unauthorized, right? So let's just go each of the unauthorized over here, so we don't have any hard coded the option over here. That will be good for maintenance or the maintenance of your application, because this is the central place that we are maintaining our status code. So if we change it over here, that's it, reflect it everywhere instead of going and searching it and finding each places that you have hard coded and then replacing it. So if you centralize it over here, that will be much more better. So that should be good enough. So now we have the option to intercept the error which is of the unauthorized, and then refresh the token as well. This may not work correctly in the real application, but later we'll see once we are actually building up our application if it works. And the next thing that I would like you to keep as a homework is to go and refactor this particular code. Currently, if we take a look over here, this particular class, which is the network service interceptor that we have over here, it is doing a lot of the things over here. Like if you go over here, it is calling the API to refresh the token. If you go down over here, it is also accessing the storage to reading, writing, as well as deleting our access, and then the refresh token over here. So basically it has a lot of the responsibility over here. What we need to do is we need to refactor this to create a single responsibility over here. So I'll give you as a homework, try to go and walk around and see how we can refactor this particular code to apply the clean architecture single responsibility principle over here, which is also the solid principle, right? The first principle of the solid. So let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day.